In this video, I'll be ranking every SMG in Modern Warfare 2 from worst to best, alongside giving you the best class setup for each one. Not only have I gone through the data mine stats for every SMG to make sure that they're 100% accurate, I've also already gone ahead and got all the SMG's gold to get that real game experience with them so I can rank them correctly. Also, make sure to let me know your favorite SMG down in the comments below. So, the worst SMG in Modern Warfare 2 may come as quite a surprise to a lot of people, as it was seen as one of the better weapons back in the beta, but it's the FSS Hurricane. Though it does give you one of the best camos in the game with the neon green. The Hurricane just has the slowest time to kill at 10 meters out of all the SMGs, along with an incredibly obnoxious recoil pattern that can make it quite frustrating to use and consistently land your shots. It's also pretty weak in its first damage bracket, as it requires 3 shots to kill even if you hit all headshots, dealing 48 damage at a time, and it's also 3 shots for the upper chest at 34 damage a time, so going for headshots at close range is almost pointless with the Hurricane. So keep that in mind. It's got an okay fire rate of 698 rounds per minute, but for me personally, it's just not the SMG I would choose to run in Modern Warfare 2. So for the Hurricane class setup, I go for the FSS X7 barrel. We've then got the SZ1MW laser before we get the demo Quicksilver collapsible stock. Then we've got the X10 grip for that faster sprint to fire and ADS speed, 2 of the most powerful things in Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. And then we've got the demo Imp grip as well, because that aiming idle stability and recoil stabilization is going to really help with controlling the Hurricane. The next worst SMG in Modern Warfare 2 brings a tear to my eye, as it's the Vel 46, or more commonly known as the MP7. It's sadly just a pea shooter at close range, though it does outperform other SMGs at range, so it might become a better choice in Warzone 2 rather than multiplayer. Now, where the Vel 46 is good is that it has a stupidly high rate of fire at 952 rounds per minute. This means that if you're wanting to hip fire, or you just don't have the best aim in the world, you're going to be able to get those high time to kills a lot more often, as you get a bigger margin for error compared to a slow rate of fire SMG. So for that reason, it's a great SMG for new players. You will get outperformed in multiplayer by some of the other SMGs later in this video, but keep that fire rate in mind, it's going to help you out. So for the Vel 46, we've got the Schlager L203 barrel for that damage range, hip fire accuracy, and bullet velocity. We've then got the Bruin Cubic comp muzzle for horizontal and vertical recoil control. We've got the VX Pineapple underbarrel. Then we've got the Schlager Soldier grip for sprint to fire and ADS speed, and then the Vel A568 collapse stock as well for ADS, sprint to fire, movement speed, and hip recoil control. Next up, we've got an SMG that a lot of you will probably be very familiar with straight away, and that's the Miniback, which was in Warzone twice with the Bullfrog and then the Bison, but sadly, it doesn't live up to the Bullfrog's reputation, especially with it being one of the slowest killing SMGs, with a huge damage drop-off going from 184 milliseconds time to kill up close all the way down to 368 milliseconds at a distance of just 30 meters. And I'll be honest, there aren't really any great qualities about the Miniback other than that it has a giant mag size. So it might be good if you need to take down a Juggernaut, but otherwise in multiplayer, it's not going to be that great of an SMG to use. So the build I've gone for the Miniback, we've got the FTAC Castle comp for that vertical and horizontal recoil control. We've got the back 279mm barrel for damage range, hip fire accuracy, and bullet velocity. We've then got the SZ1MW laser for the aiming stability, which makes a huge difference in this game. Aiming stability kind of is more important than it ever has been in a Call of Duty game. Then we've got the Ultrazet stock for aim walking speed and sprint speed. And then we've got the True Tac grip for more sprint to fire and ADS speed as well. And that's the Miniback. Now, the next SMG in this video is one I'm very fond of, because it's the SMG that I managed to get my first nuke with in Modern Warfare 2, and that's the PDSW, or the P90. Sadly, like the Vel, it doesn't have the fastest time to kill up close if you're hitting only chest shots, though it does have a high fire rate of 909 rounds per minute and a large default mag size, which definitely comes in handy when taking on multiple enemies at a time. Though with it dealing 40 damage for a headshot and 25 to the body up to 13 meters, gives you that time to kill of 198 milliseconds if you're hitting the chest, which can get blown away by a lot of the other SMGs. Though because of the mag size and extra damage range on the PDSW, I do feel it'll be an SMG that comes more into play in Warzone 2 because it's also so easy to use. But if you've got an incredible shot and land those headshots, you can get an incredibly fast time to kill of 132 milliseconds, which is amazing and is how I got my nuke. So I love it. It's just definitely a higher skill weapon. For the P90, we've got the 9.5-inch Duke barrel for ADS speed and hip recoil control. We've then got the Singard MKV muzzle for sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, and recoil smoothness. We've got the Chrono Mini red dot because I don't like the iron sights. We've then got the CQB stock for crouch movement speed, sprint speed, and an ADS speed. And then the Bruin the Q900 grip for sprint to fire and ADS speed. And that is the best P90. The next SMG in Modern Warfare 2 is the MX-9. This feels incredibly like the MTAR from Call of Duty Ghosts and has quite a few cons that make it not be a top tier SMG. First of all, it has a pretty small mag size for a higher fire rate SMG with 36 at 741 rounds per minute, so you can run out of bullets quite quickly, and it almost forces you to run fast hands as your bonus perk for that faster reload. So where it's strongest compared to other SMGs is how it holds its damage over range, making it a way more versatile SMG compared to some of the others within Modern Warfare 2, as it will give you that 243 millisecond time to kill all the way up to 20.3 meters, which is very good for a weapon as mobile as the MX-9. Plus, I've got a soft spot for the MTAR from Ghosts. For the MX-9, we've got that 32 round mag straight away because of the low mag size. We've then got the FTAC Castle Comp muzzle, the 508mm rear guard barrel. We've then got the FTAC C11 riser for sprint to fire and ADS speed, and then the Bruin Q900 grip once again for that sprint to fire and ADS speed. Honestly, I like it. It's pretty much the MTAR from Call of Duty Ghosts. So it's now time for your top 3 SMGs in Modern Warfare 2. And in third place, we have one of the all-time Call of Duty classics, the MP5, or better known in Modern Warfare 2 as the Lachmann sub. It's got a solid fire rate of 800 rounds per minute and will deal 47 damage for a headshot and 34 to the chest, which gives you an incredibly solid time to kill that really holds all the way up to 40 meters, with a time to kill of 150 milliseconds up close and then 225 at 40 meters, which helps give it a consistent performance, which will definitely make it a favorite to run. But what's great about the Lachmann sub is it feels like an all-rounder. It hits hard and its fire rate isn't too high that you constantly find yourself needing to reload after every gunfight, which happens with a few of the SMGs, but this is one you'll definitely want to rank up as soon as you can. So this is my Lachmann. It looks very much like the MP5 that I used to use in Warzone. We've got the L38 Falcon barrel for movement speed and ADS speed. We've then got the X10 Razor Comp muzzle before we put the Merc 4 grip on there. Then we've got the LM Cronus grip, because you know you've got to have a Cronus to have perfect aim. And then we got the stockless mod as well. But that's the MP5 that you want to be using. Then in second place, we have what is quite possibly the best sounding gun in the entire game, the Fennec 45. First of all, it's the highest fire rate SMG in the game with 1,091 rounds per minute, which is obscene by the way, helping to give it the fastest time to kill if you take headshots into account at just 110 milliseconds, which scarily still gets beaten by the AK-74U assault rifle, though that'll definitely get nerfed. Then the Fennec is also amazing at holding its damage over range and consistently being one of the best all-round performers. It doesn't have the same mobility as a couple of the other SMGs, and you do burn through your mag quickly, so running fast hands is a must. But I love this gun, and I'm glad to see it near the top of the SMG meta in Modern Warfare 2, dealing 42 damage for a headshot and 27 to the upper chest. I can see it being a top tier performer in Warzone 2 as well. So my Fennec includes the FTAC Castle Comp muzzle. We then got the FTAC 8.5-inch Recon for movement speed and ADS speed. We got the FTAC Loctite stock for crouch movement speed, sprint speed, and ADS speed. The Fennec rubber grip for sprint to fire and ADS speed. And then the 45 round mag, because at 1,000 rounds per minute fire rate, you need the bullets. Trust me. But that's the Fennec. Then finally, the best SMG in Modern Warfare 2 right now, and is getting used by all the pro players in competitive matches, is the Vasnev 9K. This has a similar fire rate to the MP5 with 779 rounds per minute, dealing 47 damage for a headshot and 34 to the chest. But its minimal recoil and sustained damage over range is what makes it a top tier SMG. It's also incredibly mobile, and though it doesn't have the fastest time to kill, its all-round behavior just allows it to outperform other SMGs on a consistent basis. Though the one downside is you have to make your way down the cast-off weapon platform to unlock it, so we'll need to rank up a few weapons up before you can get your hands on it. So for the Vasnev, we've got the FTAC Castle Comp muzzle, the CAS 1 381mm barrel, the SZ 1mm PEC laser, the Osrostat stock, and then the Demo X2 grip for that extra recoil control. If you can control the recoil perfectly, go for the true tack, but that's the Vasnev. Those are the SMGs ranked from worst to best. Subscribe for new. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.